Chapter 12. Tell me a story. I oversleep. The bed is so comfortable. The sheets are silky and the purple comforter is extra fluffy. When I open my eyes, the first thing I do is run into the sitting room and check the magic mirror to make sure my parents are still in their bed. This time, the snore belongs to my mom. Their clock says 4:50. I return to my room, go through the closet, and put on comfy black leggings and a sparkly orange top. Then I go check on Beauty, but she's not in her room. Neither is my brother. I hurry downstairs and find Jonah, Mr. Beast, and Prince at the table munching away on blueberry pancakes. I stretch my arms above my head. Morning! I thought you were making omelets. Where's Beauty? She's in the basement, Jonah says, his mouth full of pancake. And you missed the omelets. That was breakfast. This is brunch. Jonah, swallow and then speak, I order as I sit down at the table. He sticks his blueberry-covered tongue out at me. Mr. Beast laughs. What's she doing in the basement? Organizing the books, Mr. Beast says. She's been at it since 6. Is she feeling okay, I wonder? Seems so, Mr. Beast says. Did you guys play trump yet? I ask. No, Mr. Beast says. She's been in the basement all morning. I need to get her to come up. Maybe we should skip playing trump and go directly to dancing. Yeah, that's the most romantic of all the dates. This romance needs a kick in the pants. I shovel down my pancakes and then go ask Mr. Butler for help at setting up. Dancing, he squeals. Mrs. Butler and I love to dance. Great, I cheer. Where should we do it? I enunciate every clearly so he understands. In the Great Hall? Perfect, I say. Can you set up the music? I'll get everyone. Splendid, he cries. I run down to the basement to find Beauty. Beauty, come upstairs. We're going to dance. Now? She asks. I'm kind of busy. She is busy. She's knee-deep in books. There are so many fantastic reads here, she says. You have no idea. But they're a mess. I'm organizing them by genre. Cool, I say. Are you almost done? She laughs. Are you kidding? It'll take me a week. At least she's not running for the hills. Do you think you could take a quick break for some dancing? I'm not that coordinated, she says. I'm sure you're fine. I say. Come on up. You can organize more afterward. Well, all right, she says, dropping a pile of books onto a shelf. She follows me upstairs. She looks beautiful, even though she's all dusty. She's wearing a simple blue dress and matching blue heels. Come into the Great Hall, I say. The Great Hall is a huge room about the size of our house in Smithville. The floor is what I once heard my mom call a harlequin floor, a diamond pattern of white and black. Mr. Beast, my brother, and Mr. and Mrs. Butler are already waiting for us in the room. Mr. Beast is grumbling to himself and pretending to stare at the chandelier in the ceiling. Jonah is playing hopscotch on the tiles. This is going to work. I know it. Mr. Beauty and Mr. Beast will dance. They'll fall in love and the story will be saved. I brought music, Mrs. Butler says. Let me put on the record player. Let me get the lights, says Mr. Butler. Mr. Butler runs off in one direction. Mr. Butler in the other. Perfect. Some soft music, romantic lighting. That will do the trick. I hear a scratching sound and then boom, boom, boom. It's dance music. Loud, bouncy dance music. Woohoo! Mrs. Butler calls out and starts to wave her arms in the air. Dance party! Wait a sec. I didn't say dance party, did I? A streak of red blazes across the room. And then a streak of green and yellow and blue. Mr. Butler has a disco ball, a multicolored disco ball. Party, 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 Mr. Butler yells. Fun, Jonah calls out and starts to jump up and down. No, 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 I say, but no one listens. Now Mr. Beast starts to wiggle his arms overhead, too. This is not what I had in mind, I say. Can we put on something slower? Mrs. Butler points to her ear. I can't hear you. The music is too loud. Crumbs. I march off to the other side of the room to find the record player myself. The record that's played is in fact labeled Fast Dance. I spot a stack of records on the table and flip through them quickly. Medium Dance, Fast Dance 2, Slow Dance. There we go. I pull Fast Dance off the record player with a loud scratch. Hey! Mrs. Butler calls. What happened? Sorry, I chirp. It was a little loud. I thought we'd start off with something slightly softer. I put on Slow Dance. A soft melody comes out. It sounds like a lullaby. Mr. Butler bows and Mrs. Butler curtsies. She goes into his arms and they leisurely waltz across the hall. Beauty and Mr. Beast stare awkwardly at each other. Neither of them seems to want to make the first move. I clap my hands like a ballet teacher. Ow! Pair up, Mr. Beast. Would you mind dancing with Beauty, please? Even with all his fur, I can see that he's blushing. Would you like to dance? He asks her. She blushes too. I guess, she says. I wish she'd sound a teeny tiny bit more enthusiastic. He takes one of her hands in his. He put his other arm around her waist. They stare at each other for a beat. And then he shuffles to the right. She shuffles to the right. He shuffles back to the left. She shuffles back to the left. They're dancing! Hooray! Hurrah! Now he's looking down at her. He's smiling. She's looking up at him. She's smiling. They're connecting. This is romance.
Mommy, is that clean color?
Ow! Mr. Beast howls. They tear apart. Mr. Beast falls to the floor. What happened? I ask, rushing toward him. I'm so sorry, Beauty cries.
Mommy.
I stepped on his foot with my heel. He's not wearing shoes. Why aren't you wearing shoes? We're in my house, Mr. Beast barks. Why would I wear shoes in my own house? Because we're dancing, she says, biting her thumbnail. Easy for you to say. You have human feet, he retorts. Shoes don't fit my beast feet properly, but I'm fine, thanks for asking. I'm really sorry, she says, hanging her head. I told Abby I wasn't very coordinated. I'm not either, he grumbles. Why are we dancing anyway? I've had enough. Enough! I clench my fist and yell, because I am trying to make you guys fall in love. I am trying to make you fall in love so you'll get married. But you're making it very difficult for me. Very, very difficult. Get married? Beauty repeats, her eyes wide. She takes a giant step back. Yes, I say. I draw in a deep breath. I think I spooked her. It's not going to happen, Mr. Beast snaps. I told you, Abby. Forget about it. You should just go home. All of you. Abby, Beauty, Jonah. Me? Jonah asks. You want me to leave too? You too, he says. I should never have kept you against your will. You have a real home. You should return to it. We're not going anywhere yet, I say. Yes, you are, Mr. Beast insists. Okay, look, I'm hungry and it's lunchtime. And no matter what, I'm a good host. So I will prepare lunch. A cheeseless lunch, he sighs at the thought. But then after that, I want you all to vacate the premises. He hops on his good foot out of the great hall. Mr. and Mrs. Butler follow him out. Beauty looks at me with a question in her eyes. Married? You never said anything about our getting married. You're right, I admit. But that was always my plan. I wanted him to fall in love with you and ask you to marry him. She bites her thumbnail again. But I'm not in love with him. Not yet, I say. But you will be. You two are a perfect match. How? She asks. We don't have anything in common. Don't people who get married usually have things in common? Opposites attract, Jonah exclaims. Isn't that an expression Nana sometimes say, Abby? Yes, I say. It is. Opposites attract. Beauty continues biting her nail. She looks skeptical. I have to make her come around. But how? What does she like? The answer comes to me. She likes helping. Marrying Mr. Beast would be a really good deed, I say. And it's not even a lie. And a really good deed. And you like to do good deeds, right? She nods. I need him to ask you to marry him. And I need you to say yes. It's a good deed. A selfless deed. It would be a mitzvah. A what? A really good deed, Jonah says. But I wasn't planning on staying here forever, Beauty says. I have to get to Soup Kitchen and Grumpy Great Grandma. Let me finish, okay?
No, I want to do it now.
I know.
I
I'm almost done. And the orphans need me. And my dad will be home soon. Who's going to help him run this cottage? Don't you have two sisters, I ask? They can help. They never help, she says. I have to do everything.
Mommy, can you take a picture of me?
When I finish reading, let them do it. And other people can work at the soup kitchen and help orphans and Grumpy Great Grandma. Doesn't she have great grandkids? Where are they? They're not that nice, Beauty says.
Mommy,
They're grumpy
will you
great
give me an
grandmas.
activity book?
When I finish,
What's the brown thing right there?
that's dirt.
You mean chocolate?
No, that's dirt. They're grumpy great grandkids. Well, it's time everyone else pulled their weight. We need you here. We appreciate you here. Please say yes. Please say you'll marry Mr. Beast if he asks. I can't tell you why, but it's so important, and he really wants to marry you. She hesitates. Well, pretty please, Jonah asks. Okay, she says with a sigh. I throw my arms around her. Yay, thank you. One down, one to go.